Hey guys, my name is Danny and welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a little book club thing going on, so bear with me. This is my first video. Um, Long story short, I actually wanted to start a book club feel to it as well as read-alongs. Basically, I would be picking books that I have off my bookshelf that I desperately need to read, and I'll get into that a little bit later, and reading to you guys about the book, and then I will be welcoming comments about the book, like what you like about the book, what you don't like about the book, what you think is going to happen next in the book. I may be taking recommendations for other books that you guys have read that you guys do enjoy. I'm going to be linking a chat box. I'm gonna try to figure out how to do that to this channel, so that everybody wants to talk about the book or discuss other books, kind of like a Yankee Roulette book club. I did that in high school, and I'll explain that a little bit later as well. And do a Yankee Roulette book club. So it's like you guys each talk about the books that you are reading currently, things that you like, things that you don't like, and everything like that. So me personally, I love young adult books. I both write them and read them. So I've actually just finished my first book, and I will be continuing with the second and the third this summer and November. So if you guys know what NaNoWriMo is, I have been involved in that. Last year was my first year. My father-in-law is the one who told me all about that. So I kind of fell in love with it, and it helps me stay focused and stay in a timeline with the book. Obviously, the book that I wrote was a skeleton of a book. It ended up being like 300 some odd pages, but there's a lot of heavy editing that needs to go into that. And it's a skeleton, so I can do that, but it's a series, so I kind of want to complete the series before I do that. I will read my book series eventually once it's authorized for publishing. In the process of doing that as well. But yeah, so Yankee Book Club, explain that first, is something I did in high school. My librarian, Miss Brownell, was amazing. I lived in that library, and she was basically one of my really good friends there. And I was not that nerd, or I was that nerd, but I had other friends as well. Um, but she started off this book club where we didn't all read the same book because we had to do that in class anyway, and it was kind of boring. So what she did was she had us all read different books, the books that we liked, we enjoyed, and we did that. And then we went to a book club once a month. It was usually on a Tuesday, and discussed them. And then, so say my friend was reading a book that, they were describing and they really liked it and whatever. I ended up loving it and picking it up. I think it was The Hunger Games is the one I did because I heard about it and I thought it was just like a book about people eating food because Hunger Games. I was really wrong. If you guys read that book, you guys know how wrong I was. And I love the book. I read them. The third book I cried because my two favorite characters died. Not telling you who. I'm not telling you who my favorite characters were. Just they died. But yeah, so I want to start that with you guys. Now, if you guys are more than welcome to do that, like I said, I will copy a link to this so then we can do that together. For now, I'll just be reading the books that I have on my bookshelf. Now, the reason why I say the books I have on my bookshelf is because I have an incredible knack of buying books because I see them on sale. I'm like, ooh, $2, ooh, $10, normally like $20. I buy them. And then they end up not being part of the series. Books A Million is really good for doing that to me because they have those $3 sections, and I don't realize that they are a book series, and I get super excited. But then I won't read a book unless I own the entire series, and that's just who I am as a person. So I've not been reading a lot of books on my bookshelf. Like Vampire Chronicles, I found out that there's actually 3 more books after it, and I'm still 4 books that I still have to finish. I'm not gonna read those on here because those are kind of mature content. I might maybe read one of those books or a couple of those books with mature content, but I will put a huge warning sign on it and all of that jazz because I do have a couple books on my bookshelf that are very mature content that I have not read yet, that I need to read because I found them for free at Second and Charles was the store because they have little bins outside that free books. Didn't want to buy them, but they're here. Yeah, so we'll see about those, but right now I'll start with the young adult books that I know I have to read, that I own. I finally completed my collection of Mortal Instruments series, which I'm currently reading, and I won't read on here because Castfire has been doing an amazing job of reading those. I love her commentary. I love her, how she does a brief chapter review for the previous chapter in the beginning of her video, and then if it's a series, obviously because I'm reading the series along with her, she'll review the previous book and everything like that, and I just love it. So once I'm done complete with the series, at least the first one. So there's a Mortal Instruments series, the Clockwork series, and then there's a third series after that. I think the Midnight series. I could be wrong. Don't yell at me. I know it's there. But I will do a review on the books as I see it. So they'll do the Mortal Instruments and stuff like that. And I'll have another playlist for book reviews that you guys are more than welcome to kind of come through. But for now, I'm going to start with the book Born Wicked. I've had that book for a couple of years now, so bear with me. This book here, I found it at Ollie's for $2. So if you see here, yeah, $2. And I've had it for a hot minute, and I need to read it. I have, like I said, an incredible knack of like, ooh, pretty cover. Like, don't judge a book by its cover. I do. Young adult, I'm gonna. The more elaborate the cover like this one, usually sometimes, not all the time, the better the book. For me, anyway. So I'm going to be doing that, but I will also be doing book reviews as well as I read them. And then if I get a book haul, I'll do that as well. But yeah, so I have a lot of books on my bookshelf and on my personal Kindle that I have yet to read that I know I need to read. Like Mothership is one of them, and I'll read on here. Sometimes it can be mature content, so I'll flag the video just in case. Last time I read it, I was living in Tennessee. I think so. Yeah. I was living in Tennessee, and yes, I've lived all over. And I saw the cover, and I was like obsessed with like pregnancy at that point in time because my mom just had a baby, and I was a nurse for 3 years, and that was like my favorite thing to go through was the pregnancy mod and like toddlers, pediatrics and stuff like that. So I ended up picking it up, and I loved it because I am a nerd and I love science. I love sci-fi. I love Doctor Who. I love Star Wars, Star Trek. Like, I'm just a nerd. Rightfully so. My husband is too. So I married a fellow nerd, and our children will be nerds as well. So that's a goal. Like, my dog has an Ewok costume, but he looks like an Ewok without the costume. But still. So long story short, I fell in love with the series, and I didn't realize that there's more books after the series, and Amazon was having a huge deal on Kindle books at the time. So I bought them all. And I have yet to read the rest of them. So I'll probably dive into those as well. But for right now, I'm going to start off with like a one-book series book. I think this is a one-book series. Not sure. I will discover that halfway through the book probably. Kind of get my feet wet with that one. And then I will work through other books as well. I know I have quite a few books on my bookshelf that are series that I have yet to read. Beautiful Creatures is one of them. I read that book in high school, and I have yet to pick it up. And I actually own the entire series. Same thing with I Am Number 4, the Lorien series, and then I've never read Wicked, so I might definitely dive into those books. I bullet journal. So for me, listening to the books with the bullet journal and bullet journaling while I'm listening, I love. My problem is I have really bad ADD. So my focus is always everywhere, and my hands are constantly going. You guys can't see it, but my hands are very much constantly going. So listening to Castfire has really helped me because she has commentary through the book. She reads it very well. And that's something I kind of want to do. And hopefully this will give you the motivation to read the books more than I would personally. I work 3 days a week right now. Doing the escape room, and then Fridays I'm home all day, but I'm actually working. So I work 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. answering the phones for the escape room, booking shows, answering questions anybody may have, anything like that. So I'll be able to do a lot of videos through the week. My goal is at least give you guys like 5 chapters a week, just so you guys can stay on top of everything, and then with the editing and stuff. So I'm going to try my best. But yeah, and then that's about it. I don't know if I mentioned, but you'll probably meet my animals. I have 2. I have a dog and a cat, and my dog is named after a music star. My cat's named after a Greek goddess. Or not Greek. I'm sorry. That was bad. Norse goddess. Her name is Freya. But yeah, so without further ado, I will start doing the chapters for Born Wicked soon. I'm going to try to finish the Mortal Instrument series first. I'm 3 in. I'm in, I think the City of Glass is the one. I don't even know where my book is. City of Glass is the one I am currently reading. So I'm going to try to finish all of them within the next 2 weeks. I'm good for that. And start reading you guys Born Wicked. And then we'll go from there. If you have any questions, like I said, go ahead and leave a comment on this video and let me know if there's any other books that you guys would like to read, and we'll go from there. All right, guys. So hopefully see you through the interwebs.